Our world is filled with a number of strange and impossible to explain occurrences. In fact, quite literally, researchers find a number of strange and impossible to explain artifacts on a nearly daily basis, hidden deep within the earth that seems to point to unlikely answers to questions we hadn't yet thought about. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we will be going over 6 of the most mysterious things found inside the earth. A mineral harder than diamonds discovered in Israel. Referred to by scientists as cameltazite, it appears that at the beginning of 2019, during the normal mining processes taken by the mining company known as Shefer Yamim, the company made a strange discovery when mining the volcanic material found in the Haifa district located in northern Israel. After removing a large amount of material from the region, they began noticing brightly colored gemstones all throughout the area. This led to the mining company quickly sending experts into the mining operation, as well as removing a number of the gemstones for further testing to better understand what the gemstones were made out of. This led to researchers uncovering that the brightly covered gemstones were that of a rare oxide material that turned out to be a compound far stronger than that of diamond. Although the material is now referred to as cameltazite, researchers have pieced together its strange properties by looking at another identified material known as allandite that had first surfaced back in 1969 when the Alland meteorite crashed down and revealed a strange and impossible to explain material. Researchers believe that the allandite and the cameltazite are nearly chemically identical, leading a number of strange theories as to the formation of the rich ore vein located in Haifa. Researchers had originally believed that perhaps allandite was nothing more than an extraterrestrial mineral that could only form out in space, as the mineral would need to be ejected from a high-pressure area to create the ideal conditions to form its chemical compound. Theoretically, however, researchers did believe that such a compound could form approximately 18 miles beneath the Earth's surface under ideal conditions, and so believed that perhaps this explains the strange appearance of the gemstones in the Haifa district, though further information will need to be gathered. Given the rarity of the gemstones, its bright colors, and its ability to outlast that of diamonds themselves, the application of the newly discovered mineral in industry and jewelry has led to the explosion of its value since its discovery. The discovery of the James Ossuary. In ancient scripture, it had often been mentioned that Jesus of Nazareth had many different brothers and sisters over the course of his lifetime, a belief that many scholars supported, given the fact that families during those times were well known for having a number of siblings and offspring to help tend to livestock, land, and other labor needed around the property. These passages in scripture became fairly interesting for the development of the Christian religion, however, as the discovery of a lineage that follows the line of Jesus or that of his surviving family members could provide additional proof to the scriptures of the New Testament and the existence of Jesus Christ himself. Interestingly enough, it appears that back on the 21st of October in 2002, such evidence was discovered when the burial grounds of one of the siblings of Jesus had been discovered. Referred to as the James Ossuary, researchers discovered a box made entirely out of limestone that contained the deceased bones of an individual regarded as that of James, son of Joseph, brother of Jesus, when a small inscription located on the side of the box was deciphered from Hebrew. Further testing from the researchers found that the box was dated as far back as the 1st century, leading many to believe that this was indeed the brother of Jesus Christ, as the dates would show a brother living well into his old age. A 500 million year old human footprint. Despite evolutionary biologists speculating that the now extinct species referred to as the trilobites had only existed roughly 260 to 600 million years ago, back in 1968, a strange discovery made by a man named William J. Meister would put many evolutionary theories soon to question. Located roughly 43 miles west of the city of Delta in the state of Utah, William J. Meister, a self-proclaimed amateur archaeologist and fossil collector, found a number of trilobite fossils when digging about the area and peering at the rock sides throughout the region. Though originally believing he had struck a gold mine of fossils, ready to find the most pristine images to add to his collection or sell to others, He then noticed a strange imprint on one of the fossils that did not look quite like a normal trilobite. Upon closer inspection, the fossil image was that of a crushed trilobite with the markings of a modern-day shoe print on top of it. This led to him quickly taking the fossil to over 3 different labs that reported that the fossil as completely genuine and valid in its find. This led to a wide number of groups catching wind of this discovery and claiming that such a piece is evidence that the human race has been around much longer than any evolutionary biologists have ever realized, proclaiming the fossil to be more than 500 million years old. Although research scientists are unable to accurately explain the discovery, the chances of the human race being more than 500 million years old without substantial evidence of these evolutionary changes leaves many researchers questioning the discovery. Despite this, many have flocked to a number of their own theories, from that of ancient humans, ancient aliens, and even that of time travelers being sent to the distant past and ultimately stepping on a trilobite in error. The discovery of crystal caves. Discovered back in the month of April in 2000, the Mexican mining company known as Industrias Penoles reportedly found a large underground cavern when excavating a new tunnel as they were drilling through the Nika Fault. The discovery of underground caverns are not all too uncommon for mining companies, especially those of whom are required to dig new tunnels and areas in fear of flooding. This discovery, however, proved to be one of substantial importance, as the mining company reportedly discovered a cave filled with the largest crystals in the world. Now referred to as the Giant Crystal Cave, the cave holds the largest natural crystals ever found, with some being more than 39 feet in length and 13 feet in diameter. Unfortunately, at this time, researchers are unable to explore the cave as the pressure results in air temperatures reaching up to 58 Celsius with a 99% humidity. Back in 2015, when ready to perform a new excavation, researchers discovered that the entire cave system had flooded once again, leading to the entire area being impossible to research at this current time. In the near future, however, researchers plan to search the entire cavern to discover the size and scope of the deeper crystals and better understand the formation of the cave and the crystals themselves. Diamonds holding water. One of the biggest disputes made by those criticizing the ancient flood story seen across every culture, religion, and ancient city across the world is the claim that there does not exist enough water on our planet to have caused the world to be completely covered in surface by water. Researchers have now discovered, however, that might not be exactly the case, as new discoveries made by examining diamond impurities from minerals surfacing from 500 miles down beneath the Earth's surface show evidence of underground oceans that estimate water pockets larger than all of the water on Earth's surface. Researchers from the UNLV had reported that such diamond impurities have been found in China, the Republic of South Africa, and Botswana, pointing to evidence that the phenomenon is a global phenomenon. Given the biblical account that the rising floodwaters had first surfaced from geysers emanating from deep within the Earth's surface, researchers believe that such a phenomenon could occur once again in the distant future, leading to another cyclical massive flood for the human race. The existence of hobbits. It appears that myths of small-statured humans that have commonly been referred to as hobbits in the fantasy genre of the modern age may not have been just myths after all. Known in the scientific community as Homo floresiensis, a group of skeletons were found that provided definitive proof of hobbit-like humans having existed at one time in human history. These skeletons vary dramatically from modern-day dwarfism, as the genetic lineage appears to have branched off of an earlier ancestral point similar to that of Homo sapiens, Neanderthal, and so on. This has led researchers to wonder what could have possibly caused the extinction of this race and completely changed the viewpoint of the genetic adaptation and evolution of human beings. The skeletons were discovered by researchers back in 2004 on the island of Flores in Indonesia, deep within a small cave, with evidence that the species had been around up until 12,000 years ago, during the rise of the first human civilizations from around the world. Among skeletons, archaeologists have found evidence that these small hobbit-like people also possessed the ability to make tools from stone and were most likely just as advanced in their development as that of Homo sapiens. The Homo floresiensis have been recreated using modern-day techniques to discover that the species most likely stood at 3.5 feet tall, with many other skeletons falling around this size. This has led many to believe that perhaps the disappearance of this species is tied to the rise of our own species and the disappearance of the Neanderthals. It could very well be that, in the distant past, humans struggled with many other humanoid-like beings before wiping out all other competitors and forming the first steps of civilization and development. But what do you all think of these strange and mysterious artifacts that were found inside our planet? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.